Just me and you talking. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You're going to tell me all the cool things that you... So do we get to look at each other in our eyes? Yeah. So here we are at DS World, man.
Oh, we're starting. Sorry.
No, just start talking.
Okay. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Awesome place to meet.
Yep. DS World.
Yes.
2024.
We're here.
One of the places to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got this great bundle that we're sharing right now.
Yeah.
With the Atlantis Bridge Base. And I saw that you have such a great solution that just hit the market. Yeah. Especially when it comes to all on X's. I'm really excited to test that out. I know you dropped it off in my lab.
Yeah.
Thursday before I got here on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I got it.
You're still a little sour about that, right?
No, because I wanted to try it first. And then my doctor, he scanned it.
Yeah.
Once he scanned it, he already sent me the file. So I want to really, put it to use.
Yeah.
But, I think it's just going to be a great product.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a good problem to have because as soon as we created the concept and manufactured it, we didn't have enough to give around.
Yeah.
So it's a good problem to have. It still sucks, but as soon as this thing ends, you'll be able to go back to the lab and test out the product.
Yeah, I already got a case. Like I said, I already have the doctor. He scanned it. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat is how we were talking about it. We were at the booth.
Yeah.
And doctors were coming up and saying, how do you handle all that blood
right.
with X, Y, and Z scanners?
Right.
We all know that when it comes to those scanners, when there's a lot of blood, there's
right.
a lot of, tissue, hanging out, different heights,
right.
moving tissue, all
right.
that stuff.
Right.
It's really hard to pick up. But I know that with the IO Connect, right?
IO Connect, yeah.
Yeah, you're able to scan in a certain area where you're staying away with all that, you're staying away from all that blood and all that stuff.
Right.
So
before I actually talk about the product, I just want to say, a lot of people right now, the full arch market is very hot. It's a very hot topic. Any lab that understands the digital portion, like AA Dental,
that's right,
is very, very hot.
Say that again.
It's very, very hot. AA Dental is really
yeah.
So because it's tough, right? The workflow is tough. It's hard to understand all of those concepts. There's new products coming out and whatnot. So before I start talking about it, one of the things that a lot of the people compare anything that comes out when it comes to full arches is photogrammetry.
Yeah.
So I just wanna lay it down. Photogrammetry is awesome.
Yeah.
And it works.
I agree.
Yeah. This product targets a specific market. So there's the photogrammetry market. One of the problems with photogrammetry is that it's still very expensive, right? And it's not easily accessible to a lot of the people. And then you have the intraoral scanner market. CEREC being one of the prime scanners out in the market that is very, 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 very accurate.
Yep.
The question is it accurate enough to do a full arch, right? So, and that could be said either here and there. Some people, some labs have successfully done it, like your lab. Some labs have not been able to do it, and there's a reason why that is, right? So this IO Connect product targets somewhere in the middle where we say, okay, we understand photogrammetry is too expensive, but you need a solution that works, right? And so we looked at the market and we saw a lot of improvements, like the PrimeScan 2 that just launched from DS World. Great scanner. What can we do to improve it from that point, right? And so two main things this scan body fixes is it connects to the MUA, abutment level, and it moves the scan body towards the middle. So if you have 4 implants or 5 implants or 6 implants, there's different size scan bodies that you connect to the MUA and you lean it towards the middle palatal section.
Yeah.
And basically what you're doing is you're not scanning the whole arch, you're just scanning the hexes that's clustered inside that middle portion.
Yep.
And that's it. And so that solves two things. Number one, you don't need to take 1,000 pictures with the scanner to try to stitch accurately. You're taking literally 1/100th of that volume, because there's a lot of research that says that first field of view scan or capture is the most accurate. And as you take more pictures and as the AI tries to stitch all of those pictures together to create a 3D model, there's a lot more. I'm not saying it's inaccurate, but there's a lot more chance to have discrepancies in that stitching, right? So the less you take, the more accurate it is, right? So it hugs that concept. And number two is that concept you just explained, which is that ridge could be a battlefield.
Yeah,
right.
It is.
And
all cut up.
Yeah. And scanners are not good at picking up blood. No. They don't like blood
or moving tissue.
Or moving tissue. We all know that. Real. So it moves completely away from all of that blood and tissue and whatnot, and it makes the scan bodies really, really easy to be captured.
And I've known Drew Abutman for a long time. And one of the things that Drew Abutman does is it gives us the solutions that we need that other companies basically produce, let's say a workflow. Well, you just kind of look at that workflow, and for me, you guys have always perfected it. I mean, any company, like perfect example would be this product. This product, I mean, I do a lot of all-on-X's with a lot of different companies.
You do,
And to be honest with you, I can take this product and just stick it right in between that workflow, and it will always be successful,
right?
And make that workflow that much better,
right?
Because that's not the point. I mean, it's not the point that you guys looked at a problem that nobody else saw, and then you guys fixed that problem. I mean, but again, it actually will make each company's. I mean, in my opinion, this is only my opinion for what it's worth. Every single company out there that wants to go into that battleground of all on X's and all that stuff, this solution just adds. I mean, makes that workflow so much better.
Right.
No matter what company you look at.
Right.
And so I'm planning on my end, I'm just going to incorporate it in all my stuff. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
I want stock rights, right? I want 30%. I want
a lot of people think we're this huge, few thousand employee company. We're just a bunch of introverts in our little basement with our little tinkering toys, thinking about dentistry and what we can make and looking at.
Well, think about the solutions you guys have created even for the CEREC world.
Yeah.
I mean, the CEREC world is such a crazy, community that just basically wants digital and wants solutions. I mean, you were coming out with, your what is it? The scan post, the scan post and the tie bases with multiple heights for tissue.
Very easy concept.
Very easy concept. But at the end, you just made their workflow that much better, in my opinion.
Right.
So that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely a lot more happy CEREC doctors, I think.
I think so too. I know them.
Yeah.
They tell me all the time.
You know a lot of those.
Yes, I do.
CEREC doctors. Yeah. So it's
number 2, baby.
So I mean, it's fun, having we're not out there to take over the world, but we're looking at the market and finding niche markets and things that we need to improve on is basically why this company exists.
And that's why you guys are the solution.
Right. So
that's all there is to it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I hope you do a lot of cases because I think that's where a lot of the GPs are looking into doing their first kind of full arch cases.
Well, like I said, I got one already.
Yeah.
So we're ready.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work,
it's
I'm going to tell them. Yeah. There's that part, right?
Yeah. It's always my fault. Anything goes wrong, it's my fault. So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Hey.
Nice talking to you.